Welcome to SDH's coverage of everything going on in the USL Championship. It is the review preview variety where we look backward, we look forward, get you ready for everything going on in the next 7 days after taking a peek at what happened in the last 7 days. And we'll start things off with the schedule and how things started in the month of June. We'll just go ahead and use June 1 as our cutoff point. Matches on June 1st at Trinity Health, Hartford Athletic and Rhode Island FC, a 1-1 draw. Rhode Island FC continues to draw their way through the season. We'll get into standings coming up in just a little bit. Loudoun United at Segra shut out FC Tulsa 3-0. Louisville City beat the Miami FC at the FIU Football Stadium, F-O-O-T, not the soccer stadium, by the final of 2-1. Pittsburgh loses at home at Highmark to Indy 11 by the final of 2-1. At Widener Field in beautiful downtown Colorado Springs, Switchbacks 1-0 over Oakland Roots, which gets us to our first match of the week in the crossovers. At Southwest University Park, our buddy Duke Keith on the call, Birmingham Legion and El Paso Locomotive. Here are the highlights courtesy of our friends at ESPN Plus, the USL Championship, and YouTube.
Locomotive will have first touch coming toward eighth notch to begin things on a warm Saturday evening here in El Paso. Great momentum builder, and actually headed away, of course, to the north end, but
come for this game with more confidence for play, for get the results on home, and then I think it's that good for them.
Locomotive first right off of Van Okel, and it's over for a goal kick just a little wide.
Yes.
Interesting to note. We are at that time of the year. Service out to the wing, trying to cut back. Asher also trying to get there first.
It's a long time.
Yes, that's a very long time. Too long for Locomotive fans. Trying to string together their first back-to-back wins of the season as well.
So, it's the triple W. Winner, win, and win.
I like it. Triple W. That's good work to see it through. Along the wing again, sent in by Dotson. The shot fired up and over. Good switch here. Here's Stauffer. Stauffer has a go, and it's wide.
Yes, I think it's that good for him. Stauffer for me is the more regular player on El Paso. So he plays the left, he plays the right, he plays like same. He does good jobs on both sides, left and right.
See that left foot of Lucas Stauffer.
It's more easy for him because it's the right foot.
Yes.
They now is playing the right position.
Well, also joining Amado Moreno on the team of the week. Martinez through ball. Well done and into the far corner. Well worked from the middle of the pitch. And Dawson McCartney gives Birmingham Legion the lead in the 26th minute. Just a well-worked goal and the beautiful entry pass by Enzo Martinez.
Yes, that's a beautiful goal. You see the good runs from both sides, both attacking players.
Crossfield ball, well done by Legion. Bouncing up, but here's Pasher through and guiding it, but just wide of the far post. Waite came out to challenge. So best of fortunes to those players. Locomotive, of course, on June 5th will be on CBS Sports Network for their match versus San Antonio. Copa Tejas action. Here's Moshaban. Nicely laid off. Bringing it in, Lions, and it'll come. Dillon, it's in! Justin Dillon. Wrong foots Van Okel to tie the match in the 44th minute. Locomotive with two players in the 6-yard box, and the second one was the big man, Justin Dillon.
Yes, the crossing is work for El Paso. Maybe try to more cross.
Well, Locomotive back into the match. as we are into the third of 6 added minutes here at the end of the first half. Over the top. Pasher trying to get on that. On it is Kasim, and it's in. It's too easy. Prosper Kasim settles it nicely into the far post. Legion restores its lead. Has scored twice in the first half. Prosper Kasim.
They're starting the Cassinis a good run because they placed the right side. And then
well, it was quite the stalemate through a lot of the first half, but now we've had a number of goals. Here is Mo Shaban. Not a bad try, but Van Oekel in the end, always over it. Hernandez Foster. Chipped over the top. Pasher's on the loose. Pasher by the defense. Swept back. Kasim fluffs his lines. Jamali Waite doesn't fluff his on a beautiful feed to Dodson, who cannot beat the Jamaican international. Rivas quickly.
professional foul.
Right? Over the top. The byline, Dotson, the cutback. Martinez, a bit of a dummy ball, laid off. The shot rolls through, it's blocked away, but only so far as the left wing side and A.J. Patterson. Set, Hernandez Foster. Laid off to the right side, into the middle. What a save by Jamali Waite. Another beautiful dish. Here's McCartney. Almost misplayed, but Legion and Roof send this one long up the left wing side for Pasher, who gets on the end of it. Tyler Pasher has been all up and down that left wing. Stutter stepping. Lyons does well. Oh, great shot by Pasher. Into the middle. Pasher to the right side. Dotson. Back for Roof. Played nicely. In for the shot and the goal. It's 3. Tyler Pasher makes it 3-1 Legion. Guided that one into the top left corner. Goodness gracious. McCartney, Kasim, and Pasher in the 64th minute. Well worked, and Pasher with that left foot has been a danger all night. Not a lot Jamali Waite could do about it.
The set, like defenders, midfields, and forwards, they stay close.
Oh, wow, another one pretty close. I think that was from Martinez.
On the field, don't make so many pressure, high pressure.
First into the book tonight for either side. Early in the first half, but has had a pretty decent game. But here's Pasher on the run, on the counter. Waite with another huge save. The Tech City these days, business. Had occasion to visit Birmingham a couple of times over the last 5 to 6 years, and with UTEP basketball. Nice city. Crossing, Dillon, well done again from Miles Lyons. Perfectly placed ball. We'll end this at his leisure. And there it is. The final is in. Birmingham Legion. Locomotive tied things at 1, but 2 more goals.
So the Legion walk away with full points as Wilmer Cabrera continues to get his sea legs, being the new man in charge in El Paso. Toyota Field, San Antonio FC 1-0 winners over Memphis 901, and that gets us to our second match of the week. Irvine, California, and at Championship Soccer Stadium, Orange County SC and Detroit City. Mike Watts on the call, once again, courtesy of our friends at ESPN+. It is courtesy of the USL Championship and YouTube.
Came out to Southern California looking to change the momentum. They started a perfect 5-0-0. Here we go on this Saturday night, Orange County hosting Detroit City. It's a fall. Oloski attacks space.
that we see some of the best of Ulowski, just picking up such intelligent positions in space, in between lines.
Flood sending Zubak above the bar. Flood making his Orange County debut tonight on loan from Phoenix Rising. That got announced yesterday.
He wants to win the regular season. He doesn't want to be the team that just languishes in playoff positions and goes into the postseason. He challenges himself and his team to be the best every...
Murphy, header is in! Stephen Carroll celebrates Detroit's opener on the road! His first goal of the season, and the captain brings Detroit City in front, away to Orange County.
What a header here from Carroll. The delivery into the box is beautiful, but gets up and...
Fired out of a cannon off the set piece. Lamb arrives, chips inside, tidy turn from Zubak, Jafal. Ball hit from a long way out, asking questions of Steinwasser. Steinwasser signed a new 2-year, fully guaranteed extension going into this year. 31 years old. Has been well noted by now. Also a certified public accountant on the side, so he can count his money too. Ball forward for Zubak. Zubak! Smart by Carroll. He pulled his foot away, or else he was going to make that miles more difficult for Steinwasser.
All started from a good one-touch pass forward from Ulowski to find Zubak. Zubak did well to get the ball under control, works it onto his left foot, but doesn't quite connect with a strike as cleanly as we would have liked, and it was fairly straightforward for Steinwasser to collect that ball.
Head swiveling, Jafal. This is a Detroit team that knocked out Houston, the reigning Open Cup champion, before ultimately capitulating to Indy 11 on the road, around to 16. Ball flung ahead again, and a leaning header from Zubak.
You can have ups and downs, but if your players have a winning mentality and they still find a way to get across the finish line on their worst days, then the only things are going to get better on their better days.
Long for Among, deflects in! Among just would not give in, and he's pulled Orange County level 1-1. Paul Hardiman's looking up, likely to the suspended coach. Steinwasser darting through Dunbar. Dunbar hung that up, attempt to swipe it back toward Among. Milosky knocks it down toward the end line. Dunbar dummies through. Scott! Kyle Scott puts Orange County out in front.
And if you look back to where this goal starts from, it starts from Ulowski having the composure and the vision to play forward. Scott, great dummy here. And Scott just has the...
Williams. He goes down. That's a penalty. A penalty for Detroit and a chance to pull on level terms at 2-2. That is the second penalty conceded in as many games, and Fox shown yellow. Shuttler's ready, and Jope delivers beyond the outstretched Colin Shuttler, who came oh so close, but Detroit grabs their second and back in position to take points on the road.
Shuttler did guess the right way, but the pace and accuracy on the strike was too much for him to deal with. Into the side netting. Equalize. Huge wasted attempt there.
Matthews again, Morris. Touch leading, ball blasted wide. The former Orange County player, Villanueva. Detroit started a perfect 5 wins from 5 in the league. 4 winless in the league since, mixed in their Open Cup journey. Here's Among. Among steps in, lays off. Jameson! Off the bench, onto the score sheet. Bryce Jameson, a monster goal for Orange County.
And you have to give Among a lot of credit here because he creates this opportunity with the way he goes and closes down with the ball with pressure. Then when he has the ball, he drives forward.
Rutz able to wheel away from Scott. Driven in for Matthews. Ooh. Matthews brought it down, collides. Net is empty, and that is fired out of play. Out to the halfway line. We've gone 99. Is there any time for Detroit now? No, it's over. Bryce Jameson, the winner. Orange County's 4-game losing streak in the rear view.
5-goal thriller, Orange County gets the Duke, and the other matchups on the Saturday. At Heart Health Park, Tampa Bay travels from one end of the country to the other, knocks off Sacramento Republic 1-0, and they now have numbers in the loss column. Vegas Lights and Phoenix Rising goalless draw at Cashman. Sunday, Monterey Bay 1-0 winners over New Mexico United at Cardinal, and Wednesday it was El Paso Locomotive 1-0 winners at San Antonio FC, getting the win at Toyota Field. So that sets up the standings and lays out where everything is. Prink's Performance standings presented by Prink's Tires. In the Eastern Conference, 1 loss each so far for Lou City and Charleston. 1 point separating Lou City with a match in hand, 29 points to 28, 12 matches played to 13. Indy 11, they've won 5 in a row. They're at 7-4-2. They're at 23 points. Tampa Bay's won 3 in a row. They have put the Schneid behind them. They're at 6-2-4 and 22 points. Legion, after hitting each one of the 3 columns once in their last 3, they're at 18 points. Detroit City's lost 2 in a row. They have not won in their last 5. They're at 17 points, and they have 3 matches in hand over Loudoun United, so their points per game average right now is better than Loudoun's with the same number of wins. Loudoun has won 3 in a row. They've rocketed up the standings into what would be the playoff picture at 17 points, 5 wins, and +1 in goal difference. North Carolina FC, 14 points. They've won 2 of their last 3. They have not lost in their last 4. Now you have Hartford Athletic. They have hit 1 in each of the last 3 matches. They've hit 1 in each column. Draw, win, loss. Hartford Athletic at 13 points, 4 wins, 11 matches played, so they have some wiggle room. It is at Riverhounds. They've lost 2 in a row, 13 points. They only have 3 wins in 12. Rhode Island FC at 11 points. They've won only once, but they have 8 draws so far on the season. They've drawn 4 of their last 5, as a matter of fact. And the Miami FC at 2-10-1. They're at 7 points. They've lost 5 in a row. Western Conference, it is New Mexico United having 7 wins, 3 losses, and only 1 draw. They're at 22 points. Sacramento has played 12 matches, but they have 6 draws on the season, 5 wins, 1 loss, the first one of the season last time out against Tampa Bay, 21 points on the year. Monterey Bay, they played the most matches of anybody north of the playoff bar in the Western Conference. They're at 19 points. They've hit each column once in their last 3. Orange County snapped a 3-game losing skid with their win last time out against Detroit City. San Antonio FC, 17 points. They've lost 2 of 3, as a matter of fact. Phoenix Rising, 16 points, 4 wins, and 13 matches played. They've hit each column once in their last 3. Memphis 901 had a 4-match unbeaten streak snapped. They're at 16 points at 5-6-1. They're in 7th. Switchbacks, they've won 5 in a row. They're at 5-5-1. They have 11 matches played, and they would be in the 8th and final playoff spot with a match in hand behind Memphis. Roots at 14 points. They had a 2-match win streak snapped last time out. They are at 14 points. Vegas Lights, They have not won in 5. They have 3 draws and 2 losses. El Paso Locomotive have won 2 of 3 under a Wilmer Cabrera. They've played 14 matches and 11 points, and FC Tulsa at 2-5-4. They're at 10 points. They have lost 3 in a row. Let's go through all of the news and all the information that's fit to print these days going on in the USL Championship. And the USL Championship Player of the Month nominees for the month of May, it's Marlon. It is Ronaldo Damas, Augustine Williams, and Hugo Farreau. Those are your nominees presented by our friends at Konami eFootball for the month of May. You can vote through Monday, June 10th, noon Eastern time. Here's how the voting goes. You can go to uslchampionship.com. 51% of the vote comes from the fans. Technical committee gets 25%. The national media panel ballot is good for 24%. And it is once again Marlon from Memphis, 901, 5 goals, 3 assists, 4 appearances. Ronaldo Damas, 5 goals in 3 matches. Augustine Williams, 3 goals, 4 appearances, 6 shots on target. And Hugo Farreau has a goals prevented mark of almost minus 0.3, posting a goals against of 0.8, 19 saves in 5 appearances. And that is 4 goals allowed, 5 appearances, 19 saves, 3 shutouts, goals prevented mark of minus 0.29 on the month for Hugo Farreau as the final nominee for Players of the Month. Sacramento Republic acquired midfielder Justin Portillo in a transfer from FC Tulsa. Always don't forget to be a part of the conversation for the social media at USL Championship on the 280-character app on Facebook and on the Insta. And June 5 through 9, you look at the viewing guide for both the USL Championship and League One. We'll put them all in one pile. It is on Saturday, Charleston and Pittsburgh on ESPN+, Rhode Island, Detroit City on ESPN+, Lou City, North Carolina FC on Golazo Network at 8 Eastern, Tulsa, San Antonio on the Plus, as well as Memphis 901 and Switchbacks, New Mexico United, Hartford, Monterey Bay, Sacramento, Oakland Roots in Tampa, Vegas Lights and the Miami FC, Phoenix Rising in Orange County is the nightcap, 11 Eastern time on Golazo. On June the 9th, Birmingham Legion Indy 11. That one is on the Plus. In League One, it is everything tiered toward the Jägermeister Cup, June 8th, and everything on June 8th and June 9th is on ESPN Plus when it comes to League One and the Jägermeister Cup. So keep an eye on all of that activity going on as well. Loudoun United signed Ethiopian international Surafel Dagnashu Mengistu to add to their stacks for this season. So Loudoun gets to add another individual. He was voted the country's Player of the Year in 2019, 24 appearances for country, and it's a 2-year deal for Loudoun, option for the 26 USL Championship season, obviously pending league and federation approval. Extensive experience international and club level. Ryan Martin confident that Mengistu can help out at the club level. Mengistu has completed for Fasal Kenema in Ethiopia since 2018, appeared in CAF Champions League and CAF Confederations Cup. So that is what is happening with all the player movement. Now your schedule and your juice boxes, getting you ready for the weekend in USL Championship. And it is activity on the 8th. It is a very busy Saturday, in addition to Sunday, June 9, and one other match on Wednesday, June 12, as some folks are catching up on activity. 7:30 at Patriots Point, Battery hosting Pittsburgh Riverhounds. 7:30 at Bern, Rhode Island, hosting Detroit City. 8 o'clock at Lynn Family, Lou City hosting North Carolina FC. 8:30 at 10K, FC Tulsa, San Antonio FC. 8:30 at AutoZone, Memphis 901 and Switchbacks. 9 o'clock at the Lab, New Mexico United hosting Hartford Athletic. 10 o'clock Eastern, Cardinal, Monterey Bay and Sacramento. 10 o'clock at Pioneer, Roots and Tampa Bay. 10:30 at Cashman, Lights and the Miami FC. 11 o'clock at the corner of 38th and Washington, Phoenix Rising in Orange County. Sunday, the one match at Protective, Birmingham hosting Indy 11. And Wednesday, June 12, it is Memphis 901 at 8 o'clock Eastern Time hosting Rhode Island FC at AutoZone Park. Let's take a peek at the juice boxes here in USL Championship for the activity coming up on the weekend. And this is for action that does, in fact, have juice boxes. So If a matchup doesn't have it, this is once again courtesy of the Composite and our friends at Odds Portal. What they do is they take 12 different juice box purveyors, put them in a pile, come up with an average, and this is what we end up with. So championship juice boxes for this week. Charleston a -130 hosting Pittsburgh at a +319. Rhode Island a -108 favored against Detroit City, who has to turn around from the midweek and play at a +247. Lou City big favorite a -227, no surprise. North Carolina close to a +500. FC Tulsa, they are a big underdog at home at a +231. San Antonio a -102 on the road. Memphis at a -135 hosting Colorado Springs at a +315. New Mexico United a -204 hosting Hartford at a +415. Monterey Bay a +241 underdog as Sacramento comes in at even money +100. Roots a +292 hosting Tampa Bay at a -128. No word if Tampa just stayed out on the West Coast for that entire time. Vegas a -161 hosting the Miami FC at a +366. Phoenix Rising a -102 hosting Orange County SC at a +236. And Birmingham is a -132 hosting Indy 11 on the road at Protective at close to a +300 on the board in USL Championship. So that's your numbers, that's your news, that's all your notes, and that's all the information that you need when it comes to the activity on June 8 and 9 in USL Championship. As always, if you are in market, make sure that if you can, be sure to catch the matchups. And what you can do is support your local teams as best you can, or even if you support the visitors on a road trip, you can do that as well. If you are in market and can't be there, follow along on your local providers. If you are out of town and still want to follow along, check on local providers for the home sides, the visitors, and you can always check on USLChampionship.com, ESPN+, CBS Golazo Network, and here at SDH, and we'll give you all the information that you need all week long when it comes to everything in USL Championship. So for everyone at SDH, that's the news in the USL Championship. Play it safe, everybody. Enjoy the games. We'll catch up with you next week.